Hey!
Hello there. This is our second of a series of starter set wars, we're going to call it, I think.
Starter set wars, yeah.
Starter set wars, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For Bushido from GCT Studios. Currently, Damon and myself's favourite game, probably will be
definitely.
for some time, I think.
Yes, I think it is.
The tactics are amazing. We're going to call them the starter set wars because we're going to be using all of the starter sets that are produced by Bushido, which roughly come out between 35 to 37 rice, which is the points values of the game. We're going to use 36 rice on all of these ones that we can, because our starter sets have named characters for all of them. I shall be using the Temple of Rokan.
And I'll be using the Prefecture of Ryu.
We have between us got all of the starter sets, so hopefully this will be a series, except Rich, another member of our nerd herd,
has got
Ito. He's a very slow painter, it just means they'll be ready by 2021. Very good skill, but just a little bit slow.
Wait for his comments on the
Wait
video.
for his comments on his video, yeah, absolutely. So I'll be using the Temple of Rokan, we're just going to show you that on the video.
Right, this is the board we're playing on this time, and he's great work as always. We have got the Temple of Rokan over here. As you can see, we've got Kenko, the rice farmer.
That's an Atsuko.
No, that's the Atsuko.
Yeah, she's a named.
There's the rice farmer, along with
Master Akusa. He's the guy on the massive tortoise. We call it turtle in America, I suppose. And that's Yume at the end there. She's one of the other monks of Rokan.
And then coming across the board, we have got the Ryu. We have got
A Yariman of Ryu, I think he's the one on the right.
You've got Jin in the middle. We've got Hanso next to them, and across the other side of the bamboo little field, we've got Hiro and Minaru.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as I noted before we started videoing this game, we have, unfortunately, the Ryu are facing the Rokan and they have range defence.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And
The scenario we're going to be playing is Depletion. Depletion is with these 6 statues here, and with simple prayers, you start to rack up scenario points, and at the end of each turn, the statue that has the most prayers and scenario points on it starts to deplete and disappear.
That's correct. And, well, enjoy the game. We've deployed, done our key, and it's going to be the tactical roll for the first go. I haven't played with tacticians, so I rolled 2 dice.
And I roll 1.
And I rolled
so
6.
3 is my highest. So Damon gets to choose who goes first.
And that'll be handy.
We've both got 5 models each, so there is no pass tokens to start with. So it's just basically what we want to do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run with my rice farmer. I'm going to run 6 inches, so it will get us to the base of the first statue if I want to. Okay, and he's now tired. Over to Damon.
And over to me. I've been trying to think about tactics. So, yeah. So
Whereas I don't really think about tactics, I just do stuff. That's why I lose 3-0.
No gloating over here, I tell you. Okay, I'm going to move Jin. I'm not going to run this time. I'm just going to move her up.
That's fine. I'm going to use my run token.
So that's 4 to there. And tired. Yeah, 4 inches move. Okay, I'm not running. No point running this time. Not for me anyway.
Okay, so I'm going to do a lot of running. So Yume is going to run, she's going to run from here to here. Yume is quite a very capable monk, so I'm quite happy for her to bust out on her own to start with. Not particularly worried that she's going to get hurt.
Good question. That means I can't move but use it.
Yes, that means you can't move.
It's active, so it doesn't mean... No, I don't know. That means it's active player, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's active pulse, so it doesn't say player.
But he can't move if he uses that.
That's fine. Okay, and I'm going to move this one 4 inches forward as well. My Ryoman. Tired.
And I am going to focus Master Akusa, because he's sitting on, that's this chap here, he's sitting on the back of a turtle, tortoise. So he doubles his key for this turn, but he still can move. Normally they can't move, but the Cammy Jammy, or whatever his name is, the tortoise can move under his own power, obviously. So he's going to move forward 3 inches to there. He is, however, exhausted because it is a complex action, so he is exhausted. So it's Damon's go.
Yeah, my go.
Cammy Sam, that's his name, the tortoise.
Oh, lovely. Okay, I am going to be playing slightly more conservatively this turn, and I'm actually going to do a focus action 2 with Hanso.
Cool.
Making him exhausted. But
Gets an extra key.
Gets you 2 key.
Yep. Okay, so it's over to me again then.
Yep.
So this time I'm going to move young Kenko. He's going to do a run action. And he is young Kenko because Kenko the North Tree is an alternative profile for this model, and he is a lot more experienced and more powerful, and hence more costly in Rice. But for the starter set is just normal Kenko.
Okay, and now I'm going to...
He ran.
Yeah. Right, here. Hero Takashi is going to make a run move. Fortunately he's not light footed, so I'm going to run this way, beside the idol, so 3 inches to there. It's 1 inch wide, means 2 inches to get to the other side, so that's 3, 4, 5, gives me 1 inch left to move.
So the reason Damon's having to do that is because he's crossing the river. The river counts as difficult terrain, and therefore halves the movement across it. As he was saying, it was 1 inch wide, so he needs to move 2 inches across the river.
And tired.
And he's tired. Okay, so that leaves me some options. I'm going to... I think I'm going to run my Atsuko, which is this guy here. He's my healer. He's got the Prayer of Purification as his key feat, or her key feat I should say. She's going to run across the boats, which we've already decided is normal movement for them, so
yeah,
it's straight across and over there. That's something that we've played since the start of using this board.
Yeah. So this isn't difficult. It's literally straight running movement.
Yeah.
Jumping across the boats.
Jumping across the boats. So that's Atsuko, and she has run.
Okay.
And she's also tired.
Hero Takashi, I didn't put a run by him, is going to get his run counter now, and I am going to focus Minaru to get an extra key.
Which is sound tactics for Minaru. Minaru's got 3 shots a minute, which is a way of reloading his arquebus really quickly. Very powerful weapon, but very slow to fire. So he needs to concentrate his key quite early on. I am going to, in which case, I'm not particularly worried about him now.
No.
I'm going to walk Kenko. The reason I'm not going to run him is because I don't want to run across the water to get to where I need to go. So I'm just going to walk Kenko 4 inches to this point here, and also going to change my facing so he's got everybody in his line of sight. Still have to use the run counter because in case he's meleed, which is not likely, he's exhausted.
Okay, so I'm going to move. I'm going to run Hero forward.
Okay.
So
going to try and gain.
So 1 inch there, 1 inch there. That's be 3 inches to get to there, and then this goes 1.5. There's 2, so he's going to be stuck in the water there.
So he's stuck in the water for next turn.
Yeah. So need to move 1/2 inch. You'll need 1 inch.
Yeah.
So that'll keep me down. And he's tired. He's exhausted.
He is exhausted.
But he's putting himself out there.
Yeah. But to be fair, he's an armoured samurai. He's pretty tough. he doesn't really have to worry too much about people, because he's pretty darn tough. Now I am going to trust my monks to do the right things a lot of the time, and I'm going to run Yume. She's going to run pretty full on to there. So she's still got hero in her sights. She's a little vulnerable where she is, but again, like I say, I can trust Yume to hold her own. She's a fairly tough cookie.
Okay, in that case I'm going to do a move over here, and I'm going to move just 3 inches.
Okay.
To there, and I'm exhausted.
Yep, Julie's going to set herself up for a little bit of Yari action. Very defensive, but very good because they can push people away from their objectives with their push attacks, which is a pain. First strike push attack. Right. So that leaves my farmers. Choices are to make little. If you start using your tokens up on your own, if you pray at your own statues, you only get 1 scenario point. If you pray at neutral statues, they take 2 scenario points. If you pay at enemy statues, it gives you 3 scenario points. As you only get 5 tokens, it's a little bit of a where do you pray to make the best use of what you've got. I'm going to pray at one of my statues here with Atsuko, just because.
Well, my last activation for the turn is another 3-inch move forward. I'm going to just put just move the scenery slightly, because otherwise I don't want the model breaking and falling over.
Yeah, we tend to have this rule as well. We're not fussed. The best thing about Bushido is not a competitive game in that you spam lists, and that you know who's going to win before you even play the game. The good thing about it is the interaction between players. I've never seen it where we can move terrain bits around so that models don't get broken and people don't worry about those little tiny bits and pieces.
Yeah,
that other gamers generally do.
And we do try not to be too strict.
Yeah,
it's more about having fun than it's my turn, you can't do that.
It really is. Yeah, so there's no ulcers involved with this game, which is an amazing feeling of relief a lot of the time.
So I only should have a couple of actions left.
I've got 1 action left.
That's because you focused as well.
I focused, yeah. Although I did get to move. So the other thing, of course, is if I pray at this particular statue, one of these statues is going to disappear at the end of the turn.
Which denies me.
Which denies him, but also I start to use up my prayer tokens, yes. Which is the trade-off, isn't it? So in this particular case, I wish I'd done something differently. But that's the way it is, isn't it? That's always the way it is.
Yeah, it's a good way of denying it, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Well, one of them's going. Anyway.
One of them's going, but the other one will.
Unless I pray and then it's the winning player, it's randomised.
Well, you can't pray now, because all of yours are
gone.
If
it's turn 2 it goes, remember. Not turn 1.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 2, 4 and 6.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still learning.
We're still learning. We've never played this particular scenario before either, which is quite amusing. So I'm going to actually move my rice farmer. It's just going to walk around to this point here, which has got plenty of movement around, really.
Outside of my move range.
So that's all of the activations, I believe.
Yeah, and we get to turn 2.
We get to turn 2.
Yeah. I have no dice on the board, but what I do is, just to reflect the fact that he's prayed, he has got one scenario point down here in the corner.
Yeah.
So we can keep track. I know the prayer token's on, but sometimes it gets a bit confusing. So we take off all the counters.
All the run counters can come off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then we will start turn 2, which is key generation before we do anything else.
So, yep.
So
2 there.
2 there.
2 there. 2, 1.
Kenko, I need more tokens.
And 1.
You'll find that the temple run quite hot on key, very spiritual beings that they are. Ryu tend not to be quite so spiritual, tend to be a bit more martial, so only the samurai and the gunso produce a prodigious amount of ki.
I do think that the Rokan is the hardest to play against.
Rokan are my favourites so far.
Yeah.
Right, so it is now a tactical roll to see who goes first.
I roll 2 dice.
I roll 1. And I've got a 6.
I got a 3, so you get to choose.
So I get to choose.
Who goes first?
Yes, indeedy. So there's choices really.
Is he going to let me go first, or is he going to go first?
I don't know is the answer.
Oh dear.
Let me just see what one of my... Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is do that. So...
You're going to go first.
I'm going to go first. I'm
You've got a lot of key on that bloke over there.
Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Master Akusa. He's going to use his 3-inch movement and use the contemplation of existence on
Hero.
Hero.
Right. And what does that do again?
And he's going to try to exhaust him in one go.
Exhaust me in one go.
Yes, so it's 4 key to use,
Okay.
which I've got plenty of because Master Akusa is like a battery. And he focused last turn. It is an opposed key test. I have 3 dice to Damon's 2, I believe.
I have strong mind, so I get to add +1.
And I've got strong mind also. So
we both had
we're both adding +1 to our dice roll.
So basically, it's what we roll.
Yeah.
So we go.
I rolled a 6.
So did I got 2 6s.
Oh.
So I actually classed as getting a 7. If you had 1 for each additional 6 in these ones, so it's slightly different from the many tests.
He's very, very lucky there.
I'm very lucky. Phew.
And I'm tired. And he's not exhausted, which is a shame.
Because leaves me quite vulnerable there. And I forgot about that one.
Never mind. It was
Okay.
a good effort with the 6 as well. I thought I'd got him, but Damon always seems to pull out these lucky dice rolls.
So yes, I've got a few choices here. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do next, if I'm honest. Tempted maybe to do a charge with Hero. You know, just take out the rice farmer in one go. He's around the corner, she won't be able to do a charge back. Won't be able to reach me in 2 moves, and then surprise me, which is a bit of a thingy. Which is always the way.
Yep.
So it might not be the best of moves. You could probably do that contemplate existence again next turn, but then I might survive. So do I get to use his out of the way now in case he does it again? Is that once per turn, that key feat, or is it?
Contemplation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only use once per turn.
Alright, so I don't have to worry about it again, so it gives me a few more options. I can always let them charge me then. I think moving Hero first would be a mistake. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use military training to gain a pass token. So the right Yarroman is going to spend 2 key and get a pass token, which I will use now. And go, your go, Andrew.
Okay, that's what he's done.
In a nutshell.
Makes sense. It's not a bad shout. So, what I think I need to do, I don't know what I think I need to do. So what I'm going to do...
Very tactical, this game.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is probably what Damon's not expecting, which is always the best way, I think. I'm going to charge with Yume, who can see him.
Yes.
So
and
she's allowed to do
line,
that,
yeah.
and can get straight line. Which means that we now are in combat.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tricky one because Yume is a good fighter, but Hiro is a samurai, so he's an amazing fighter. So it's a bit of a, and this will exhaust me because it's a complex action. Okay. So because Damon is the second player, he has to declare any key feats or boosts first, which he's going to have to do if he's going to do it.
Looking at my key. I'm going to use some key. I'm going to use Umbrella Block. It gives me parry 1.
Okay, parry 1.
So I spend that 2 key. I've got 4 dice, 4 defense dice, and then 4 attack dice.
I'll boost my melee skill, so I'm going to add an extra dice to mine as well. So I've got 5 dice. Any special attacks or blocks?
Yeah, I need to put my card down.
You do need to put your card down. We're going to be using special attack and defence cards, which just adds that little extra.
So we don't know what we're doing.
No. Which is true.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
And I've gone pretty much all out attack.
I've gone 1 in attack, which I think is successful against you. But you go first. So what have you got in
3,
attack?
4, 5.
I've got 5, 6 in attack. Don't even have to re-roll my 1.
No, 6 in defence. So my slam doesn't attack either. It doesn't happen either.
But my attack is successful against you. I've got 5 against your 2.
Yep.
So it's a +3 success level.
As you can see, Damon is normally quite jammy with his rolls.
And I used critical strike attack. I tried not to have the model fall over, and it did. So I'll move that train a little bit more. He's technically still there, so we'll remember where he is. So right, so I rolled 2 dice for damage. I used critical strike attack. So if I actually get a double on these 2 dice, Yumi's gone. And I got an 8. +1 is 9. On a +3 is
4 wounds.
4 wounds.
Which is a bugger.
That's quite nice. You're exhausted as well, and I'm tired.
So my aim for that, you might ask yourself why I did that. My aim was to try and slam him to the ground using my slam bonus, which is why I used the charging bonus, which gave me a free slam attack, which would have knocked him on his backside before he could attack me back. Unfortunately, my attack wasn't successful because I rolled how I normally roll, which is very mediocre.
Sometimes, yes. So that's the thing about playing Rokan, you do get thrown around.
And I'm exhausted because of that action anyway. Right, so it's Damon's go.
It is my go, so yes. Do I take the fight into Yumi? Do I do that now before that rice farm comes over? I know it's only a rice farm, but an extra model can be a complete plane. I know I'll be tired. I don't have split attack. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take the fight.
Okay. So Yumi now has to lose a dice because of her exhaustion. So she's got these. I'm just going to check her key feats first. Yeah. Okay. So because she's the defensive player, she has to declare any key feats or boosts first. She is going to use flow like water, which will use the last of her key up, which means she gains dodge 1 and counter attack defense if I want it.
Okay.
So
I'm actually going to use 2 key up as well. I'm going to use decote, which gives me feint, which means you have to re-roll one of your defense dice. So you can re-roll one of my attack, and I can re-roll one of his defense. Could be interesting.
Could be interesting.
And I'm ready when you are, sir.
Yep.
And into the table we go.
I've gone all defence this time because Emma's in a bit of trouble, and she's got 7.
Okay, I've actually got 4 at the moment, but I've got a 1. but I've got martial power rest, which lets me re-roll one of my dice. Okay, so I'm going to do. Are you going to use your dodge first? Because that actually happens first, I think.
What does dodge do?
Lets you re-roll one of my attack dice, like 3, 3 and a 1. Alright, so I'm going to re-roll my other thingy, and I want you to re-roll your 6 because I use feint. I've got a 3. I'm up to 5, so I need him to roll a 1, which would be nice. And he doesn't, so he's on 6.
So my defence beats his attack.
And nothing happens.
So nothing happens.
At all in that attack.
Except I've got counter-attack defence. So if my defence is successful
by 2,
and the attack early, then deduct 2 from the 6. So it's not actually going to work. If my defence had been higher, I had kept my 6.
Yes, it would have been a 0.
It would have been a successful defence, and therefore would have attacked it.
Maybe I should have rolled 4 in attack this time, but you never know. You have to be careful.
You do.
So then it's back down to 8.
So they're both exhausted, which is quite fun. So I think I'm going to move Kenko. He's going to put himself in harm's way, but that's what Kenko does. Kenko's a bit of a rock hard dude, so I'm not really worried about him particularly. So he's going to do a walk action, and he's going to just sort of walk to the other side of that statue, really, and face in that direction. So Kenko is now tired. So over to Damo.
And I am. Do I want to do my 2 key up on her? I don't think I do just yet. So, decisions. What I want to do right now. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is move. I think I'm going to move Nara right this very second. I'm not going to run him in case I get a shot off, because it's -1. That's a 4. Would take me across the water, but because I'm into it, I only go halfway because it's an inch. So I am there.
Okay, and he's tired?
And I'm tired.
It's questions. This is where it starts to get a little bit tactical, a little bit, what do we do? Which is fine. It's absolutely fine. I am going to move my rice farmer next. He's going to move over, just a normal move over here, but he's going to keep his front to the samurai, obviously.
He hasn't got split attack, so.
No, and he's tired. Right, and it's Damo's go.
It is my go. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use Hanso, who is going to use his key feat of Move It, which is why I focused him in the first turn.
Yeah.
Means I can't move, never mind. See the only button. 8-inch range. Well, I walk 7 inches forward, so make sure I'm within 8 inches. And I can move up to 3. Choose 3 friendly Agari within 3 inches, and they can make a move. Which is those 3 there. Okay. So Minari is going to move first. He's half inches in, so he needs an inch to get to the other side, and then can move 3 inches.
Going to attempt to shoot Kenko, I'm sure.
Okay. Yay. One part of my base can see all the other part of my base, you don't get cover, which is great. doesn't tire them out because it's the key feet. And this one's going to move this way. Oh. And this one's going to move half inch there, 3.5, so 4 there. Face that way.
Yep. Okay.
And they're not tired, but this bloke back here is. It's twice now, both games. My apologies.
Absolutely disgusting.
Why is it it's so funny though?
Oh, I don't know, farts are always funny. Right, so Damon's disgusting behaviour aside,
Gives Andrew lots to think about right now.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. However, I'm going to move my Atsuko. Yeah. This is where I miss Aiko and her blessings. I am going to move Atsuko. She's just going to have a little walk action across the boards as we've already discussed. That puts her there. A little precariously balanced, but I don't mind. She's going to go there. So I want to give Damon something to think about as well.
I've got a choice here. I can shoot Kenko, which is probably the best bet really.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to be in minimum range of 6 inches. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, I think. Right, I'm going to make a range attack with Manara.
Okay.
And 6 inches is there.
And it's just out.
Just out.
Oh, just out. So it's medium range.
And I need 6 is to
it
hit.
gets +2 as well because of Kenko's range defense. Oh, range defense 1. Sorry.
That's why I wanted to shoot.
Yeah.
So I need a 6 on these 3 dice. I could boost using my key to roll 4, but I won't roll 3 shots a minute. So. But we now know how far away he is, which is the main thing. So, and I need a 6. Come on! 5, 6. The 1 doesn't count. Although it does roll in there, we normally re-roll, don't we, if you come out. You gonna let me?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, okay.
+1 then. 5, 6, 7. So I roll
I don't
2
know why
dice.
Damon does the auto. It's just a roll.
I know.
It just drives me crazy.
11. I got 12 on a +1.
Is 4 wounds.
Which is what he is there for. Gets 2 reload counters and is exhausted. I've never done that before. Manara has never been effective for me until today.
That's fine. That's fine. So what we're going to do is.
Sorry.
Oh, silly boy.
It's great playing on these boards, but when they're slightly up and down, it only takes a little knock to knock them over.
It does. It does. It does.
And exhausted. Oh, that was good fun. I enjoyed that. What's Andy going to do next? That's the question.
That is the question. That is the question, certainly. I think what we're going to do then is we're going to move Master Akusa, because he can do that with his Kami-san. He's just going to walk over there.
He can't regenerate this guy, can he?
Who?
That's the Northwind one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Northwind one. Yeah. But there you go. That's the way of the world, isn't it?
It is the way of the world.
So there's Master Akusa who's just moved and now exhausted, so it's done his go.
in that case, I'm going to activate Hanso. He's also got the simple action of command, which means I can't move, but I can order two
Ashigaru
to move at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to melee this guy here,
Kenko.
staying out of that 1 inch range all the way.
I can still see you.
Not this one, you can't now.
Yes, I can.
No, your line's there, mate. That's why I've done it on purpose that way. Okay.
Whatever.
So yes, so that's me going in there against you. I've got 3 dice against your 4. 3 and 3. Yes, I'm going to use this one. Are you boosting?
No, I'm not going to boost.
Neither am I then. Let's get those wounds off you, you bastards.
Right.
Okay. All defence.
All defence.
Oh.
Sidestep defence away.
So I bluffed.
Yeah, I use sidestep defence away to try and get away. Again, that means I can also face. I'm going to go there.
But you're exhausted. Please.
Yes. What's Kenko's exhausted for? Oh, that's it.
That's that one.
So where's hers?
I haven't put them on yet because they moved. Well, that was my first command. Makes that one tired. So I think I do a base to base over there, so if I use a prayer token, you use a prayer token. That didn't work the way I wanted to. Should have gone out all out attack and gone for the wounds rather than trying to save myself. I should have realised that, you idiot. My other command will be... well, I have to come... Do I use it? Do you know what? Yeah, you're exhausted. Let's go for it.
Okay. So I'm down to 3 dice now.
3 dice now, yep. Yeah, okay. Right, ready?
Okay. Yep.
And go. All out attack.
All defence this time.
6, 7, 8 I've got. What have you got?
6.
6. So +2 success level.
I'm going to use a key feat before you do any damage to make
that?
Body of Oak, which gives me armour. I'm going to use 3 key, so armour 3.
Wow. You are worried, so I need...
I've only got 2 wounds left, so I need to do something.
Okay, and roll 2 dice. I got a 3, didn't need to do it.
No.
No wounds. I
Never
understand why
mind.
you did it. It's fine, and I become tired, and it's... You'll go, and Hanso is exhausted, and he's still on my baseline. I can understand why I did it, but I'm now feeling a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, just going to have a quick look at one of my...
It's your go.
Right, that's fine. Good. Okay.
Back by you yet. Funny noises, I know. Oh, that's right. Just checking the timer on the camera, 24 minutes. My camera only records an hour at a time, weirdly.
So I'm going to use Atsuko, who is going to move into base with Kenko. I can declare a simple action, can't I?
If you want to use heal, you can't move it and use it at the same time.
Okay.
We were discussing that on the forum.
Where are we?
The conspiracy of the cult and the heal attribute.
In which case I'm going to move slightly further around.
Yeah, I would too.
More, even if it means being in the water more.
Okay.
Okay.
So close, look.
Mm.
I am behind you though. which is handy to know. So obviously,
What else? Right, your turn.
yeah, it is my go. So I am going to, yeah, I'm going to make the most of it. Exhausted and surprised and outnumbered. Boom.
Don't outnumber me though. I'm indomitable.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Forgot about the indomitable bit.
So I'm exhausted.
So you can't do any key feats this time.
No.
You get two dice this time.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm going to hit you again.
You hope.
Ready?
Actually, yeah. Let me just think. Okay. So
There you go.
7.
Snap. 7 and a 7. She hasn't got master failure or anything, has she? No. So 7 versus 7.
Yep.
So it's a 0 success level. Will I roll high this time? 9! 1 wound. On the 0 success level was 9. And it was a tiebreaker. I rolled 3 dice and the active player, so
Yep.
that's why it came to me. So he's down to 1 wound. Okay, and it's Andrew's go. What have you got left?
My rice farmer.
No, rice farming. What's your rice farming going to do?
Well, you're in combat there, so you can't pray it there.
I can actually pray. Because your back's to me, you've got no zone of control.
I'm going to pray at this one then.
Yeah, gets you the victory point.
You.
So I might as well use my last action then, attack Kenko again. I've got 3 dice versus your 3 dice. Because you don't think you just exhausted them, I'm surprised. And ready, steady, go!
I'm on all defence again.
7 for me. In
5,
attack.
6, 7 in defence.
4.
Sorry, 6 in defence.
So, I've got +1 this time. And got very lucky with rolls. So 7 on a +1.
Series 1. However, I'm going to use my body of oak for armour.
That's 6. Still gets you 1 wound.
Does it?
Yeah, -1. Still 1 wound, unfortunately.
Kenko dies then.
Kenko dies.
Through some jammy rolling by the boy again.
And that is the end of turn 2. However, turn 2 is a scoring turn. I have not prayed yet, so I've kept one back. He's used 2 of his prey tokens up, although I wouldn't have attacked him if he hadn't prayed with his last action, because I would have done that. So, it is scoring turn. Andy wins that one, so he gets the first victory point, and he gets to remove, keep that as 1 now, gets to remove one of the idols, and he does a friendly one, so I can't score 3 points, and you lose those 2. You've got 3 left, and I've still got 5 left. So it could be that I might get the next point, so forth and so on. It all comes down to a few things now. Morning. Just about to edit together our second game, and I've discovered that we are missing some turns, which is a real pain in the backside. Basically, I think the camera's run out of batteries. Got up until the end of turn 3 and the first move of turn 4, if my memory serves me correctly, and then there's little snippets of new recording here and there. So we're going to put the video out till that turn. I've just made this short video to put in before we do the conclusion. I've been racking my brains about how the game went, and obviously the thing that sticks out, as mentioned in the game, was right in turn 6 at the beginning of it. I went into melee the guy on the turtle, the tortoise. I've forgotten his name at this moment in time, which is really bad. With Hero, sorry, and difficult terrain was there, and I didn't realise, and I should have charged to make sure I reached. And then he contemplated existence on my guy at the idol to stop me from praying, which was a real bummer because it turned the draw into a win for Andy. But congrats to him, and I hope you did enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy the conclusion afterwards, including my faces. But anyway, thank you. Bye. There you go.
We're back on. Okay, thoughts about the game? Got a little bit... Yeah, so 2-1
Yes.
to Temple of Rokan. Got a little bit picky about some of the movement in the end because it was quite pivotal even
To the game.
to the game. It could have meant a draw or a win, which yes, it is competitive, but it was that pivotal move. I had to have that contemplation of existence on Jin to stop her praying, and I had to stay out of combat for that. It is a game without pre-measuring.
That's right.
So it becomes very, very important with movement.
I conceded.
So David did concede in the end with relatively decent grace in the end, even though he knew it was going to put him into a bit of a pickle.
I didn't realise I had difficult terrain.
Yeah.
I think I would have charged if I'd known.
So it's one of those
50-50.
things. Like I say, pre-measures. Perhaps I wouldn't have charged with Yume over there if I didn't think I was going to get to him. So it's one of those. It's one of those tactical games, isn't it?
But you had another
pre-measuring.
key. You could have boosted by
Exactly. So we can. It is one of those things.
The game's still enjoyable.
The game's still enjoyable. I ended up with only 2 models left because Yume died, the Rice Farmer died, and Kenko. So my 2 main fighters died. Yet I still managed to win the game, which is why Bushido for me is one of the best games around.
And not one of my men have got a wound on them.
Yeah, exactly. So I still win a game without wounding any of them, because the scenario is the most important part. So for us, for me certainly, spammy lists don't work because if you play to scenario, you're going to win.
Yeah.
You're going to always win. So that was a good game. Hard fought. Certainly not a whitewash like it was in the first game. So
yes, that's very true.
I think we've done all right.
A very close 2-1 loss to me, and I completely and utterly annihilated him in the first game. So.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to be a bit magnanimous in this conceding this one. I think once he realised the contemplation of existence was going to stop him from doing anything.
Yes,
it
draw.
was kind of we were heading for a draw and we've just managed to sneak
have a little victory. So that's brilliant. So that's it. That's our second game. Look forward to watching it. Come back in camera, you.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
That's okay.
Trying to sneak off out there, camera.
And look forward to our next one.